This isn't a dragged out 10 minutes and 15-second long video with a 3-minute Dollar Shave Club advertisement in the middle. This is my practical guide for guys who want real advice from someone who's been through this journey. I started weightlifting about 5 years ago with the same goals as you. I'm going to try and give you the best real advice I can in hopes of helping other guys who were at my starting point, because honestly, it's unreal how much my life has changed due to this grind. I'm going to do some assuming here. You're a young male, age 13 to mid-20s. You chose this video specifically because it's a guide on building an attractive body. So I'm going to assume that you want to attract the opposite sex and you believe building a muscular body helps with this. I'll just tell you the truth right now. It absolutely does. Building an attractive physique means to resistance train. That is weightlifting. This makes muscles while focusing on a progressive overload. So that literally just means making progress as you go along, using heavier weights, doing more reps, longer workouts. The usual guides you'll see online will have you lifting heavy 3 times a week, focusing on compound movements. This advice is given by guys on Reddit who look like this. Take this advice if you do not want to look attractive. Here is what I call the hierarchy of attractive muscle groups. Just quickly, I said this was going to be a no bullshit guide, so I'm going to follow that. I'm not going to go in depth with the particular exercises you should be using to grow these particular muscles. There's literally millions of videos out there that will already tell you this. My advice is to find a credible source of information, such as a scientific research-based YouTuber, and look up their guides on the particular muscle you're looking into. So starting from number 1, abs, the abdominal muscles. This is what symbolizes the Greek gods. The importance of abs in terms of attractiveness is huge. Every single person you meet will know what developed abs look like. Every single person watching this video has probably tried getting a six-pack when they were younger as well. A quick tip here, do a lot more focus on the lower abs. The upper 4-pack is generally built quite well through a normal weightlifting program, but the lower set underdeveloped, and that's the one that really fine-tunes the physique to make it look more attractive. Number 2, the neck. I bet you aren't training your neck, and you've probably never even heard of neck training before. This makes an insane difference in your physique, just trust me. Thicker, muscular neck makes you look a lot more masculine and less like a little boy. The neck is a body part that is pretty much always visible no matter what type of clothing you wear, so it's important to develop this. Don't be like those bodybuilders who will train for years and never do anything directly for the neck, because getting a developed body which is grown in size and your neck is still the same size makes you look really strange. So I'll place a picture here where you can see a bodybuilder who hasn't trained his neck. The guy's jacked, but if we just can see his neck and his face, he'll look like a skinny boy. Then I'll uncrop his body and you can see how big he is. But if you were just able to see his face, you wouldn't have realized that he put in probably 10 years into the gym. Just because he didn't train neck, you couldn't even see that dedication. It's crazy. Number 3, the delts. So shoulders, specifically the lateral delts. Lateral just means side, so this literally just means the side of your shoulder. You train this by doing lateral raises with light weight, and you'll see a difference in your physique within seconds when you've got a pump. It really is that simple. This muscle is insane. It makes you look wider and your waist slimmer in comparison. Other parts of your shoulder muscle like the traps, the front delts and the rear delts are really important as well, but I believe the lateral delts should be a much bigger priority. Number 4, arms, including forearms. Just like the neck, this is a body part that is generally always visible, so any progress you make here will be very obvious to others. It makes it quite valuable to train. Forearms in particular add that fine-tune effect I talked about with the lower abs. If your forearms are undeveloped, it really does make your physique look strange and uneven. Back and legs. I've put these at the lowest hierarchy. Don't get me wrong, don't skip these days and don't not train them. I still train back and legs twice a week and I hit them hard and make progress on them. However, I feel like these muscles generally round off your physique, so it doesn't really look weird if they're undeveloped. But there's certainly other muscles that should be a much higher priority if you're focusing on aesthetics, building an attractive body. No girl has ever said that she's attracted to you because you've got massive quads or calves. Diet. You can get into this to optimize your performance in the gym, but generally a lot of people get off put due to the diet changes most guides will tell you. It will absolutely benefit you to track your macronutrients and weigh out every single gram of food that you eat, but honestly, the majority of people will never do this. It is quite a lot of effort. So here's my quick advice that I think will be valuable in this journey. You want to be building as much muscle as possible without putting on too much fat. So always try to be lean bulking. That pretty much just means to eat slightly more than you do now. The equivalent of 2 slices of toast on top of what you generally eat will cause you to gain around half a pound a week. The majority of that weight will be muscle if you're training hard and you're quite new to the gym as well. You can still eat quite healthy with high protein and enjoy snacks and meals out whenever you want. I've made a video talking about my awful diet where through my 5-year transformation I ate junk food pretty much every day, but I still made pretty good progress.
You can't out-train a bad diet. False. You can't out-train a bad diet. I can. So this is how I've been eating junk food every single night.
It really can be done, so don't think that to build an attractive body you need to just eat chicken and rice and broccoli and you can't ever have a burger. Put it this way, I go to McDonald's most days and I'm pretty muscular. This food isn't going to make you fat. Eating too much of any food, including healthy food like vegetables, will cause you to gain fat. Even if you don't want to get into the diet too much, you can't be bothered with tracking and weighing your food, I'd still recommend just getting some knowledge on this topic. If you can just go and learn a few things about this, I really do think it'll stick with you for life. Just go and learn what calories are, how they work, what a calorie maintenance level means, what a calorie deficit and calorie surplus means, macronutrients. Learn that all foods consist of protein, fats and carbs. This type of knowledge just opens up your mind. You learn that there's no such thing as bad food and that you can eat pretty much whatever you want as long as you keep the sort of macronutrient levels generally fine. All right, you've heard the advice, you have the knowledge. What if you just can't be bothered? I'm a pretty lazy guy myself, and that's why I always try to revolve my videos around real average people, because this advice is just useless if you can't be asked going to the gym. I made a separate video on how to go about this journey if you're quite a lazy person like me. Exercise is like oatmeal. If you don't like it, it's just because you haven't customized it to your liking. It's actually got pretty decent feedback as well, so I'll put a direct link to that video at the top of this description so you can have a watch of that. My idea for this is for you guys to save this video in your YouTube watch later, saved videos, liked videos, whatever, so you can just come back to it multiple times in the future to refresh your memory. So in terms of that, I'm just going to fire off a bunch of quick random tips that I can think of that would be valuable if you're watching this in the future. So just quick, sleep is very important. Get more than 8 hours. Everyone will tell you to get 6 to 8. No, get 8 to 10. If you're working out, you need longer. There's no such thing as overtraining, it's under recovering. So if you can only sleep a certain amount of hours at night time and you have to wake up at 6 or 7 for work or for school, that's fine. You'll only get 6-7 hours. But when you come back, there's nothing stopping you from just having a half an hour, 20-minute nap and doing that twice. And studies say that that's actually pretty healthy for you as well. And in terms of supplements, creatine, protein powder, vitamin D, zinc. There's some other ones that you can take. A lot of them are just waste money. Any kind of supplement you're getting should be very cheap, a couple of pounds each. Vitamin D, zinc, multivitamins, whatever that bullshit you're gonna buy. Literally search for it on eBay. Don't buy any of those that get delivered to your door and it's customized for men or whatever bullshit. Get the multivitamins that are like 99p on eBay. It's the exact same thing. Vitamin D is like £2 on eBay for like a pack of like 1,000. Zinc is like £4 for like a pack of 100, something like that. Creatine is like £10 and it'll last you 6 months. Protein powder is a bit more expensive. You'll buy it for about £30-50 and it'll last for like 6 months anyway. Optimize the perfect scenario. So the video that I've linked at the top of the description, I went into this with better detail, but there's always a perfect particular scenario that you'll have a great exercise session in. So the scenario can be changed by the variables. What that literally just means is that there's factors that go into the exercise session, like the music you listen to, the clothes you wear, what time you train, what gym you train, if you train by yourself, any random factor that you think that could potentially affect your session. Just write it down, have a little thought about it, but spend some time on this. What is the perfect scenario for you? Do you want to go to the gym and train at nighttime? Would you train better in the morning, but then would you have to wake up earlier for that, so you'd have to go to sleep earlier? Figure all this out, and then you'll be able to find the perfect scenario, the schedule that works best for you. Cardio doesn't really help with building an attractive body, but it does have good health benefits. Plus, it stops you being unattractive if you can't go up some stairs without wheezing like a smoker. I'm going to end this video with a bit of a motivational speech. I've kept calling all this a journey. That's exactly what it is. This is your journey. You're writing the chapters of this book. Make sure when you look back, you'll feel proud of the effort you're putting in. We all wish we could be teleported back in time and slap some sense into our younger selves and tell them to work harder. Make sure your future self isn't looking back at you today and thinking this. Make sure your future self thanks you for the work you're putting in today. Let's do a quick recap. What is an aesthetic body? An aesthetic body is the most attractive body that you can build, and it prioritizes the 6 aesthetic muscles. And those are the neck, upper traps, lateral delts, upper chest, lats, and abs. When you grow the 6 aesthetic muscles, your body gets the V-taper look. And the V-taper is kind of like the hourglass shape in a woman. It's inherently attractive at first glance, and that is huge. First impressions are made immediately. They don't know your personality. If they're far away, they don't even see your face. All they see is the shape of your body. And the aesthetic body is the most attractive body that you can build. But Hamza, I'm not doing this for women. Okay, congratulations, dumbass, but the body is for you. You don't have to do this for women to know that you'll get women from doing it. Build your body for whatever reason you want, but just know that if one of your goals is to have quality relationships, which that should be one of your goals, then your physical attractiveness is one of the most important factors, and building your aesthetic body is the biggest thing that you can do to change that.
But Hamza, what about genetics? I'm sure I've got a weird face, I'm black or I'm brown. Shut up, bro.
Dumbass. See, bro, you're making me break my camera, man. Come on. Don't talk to me about genetics. Can you improve it? No. Shut up and focus on something else then, pussy. So now let's learn about how to grow the 6 aesthetic muscles. Neck. No one even trains their neck, but it is the most visible muscle that you can grow. You can grow your neck through doing plate neck curls and plate neck extensions. Upper traps. The upper traps are the bit above the collarbone. Here's my upper trap right there. You grow your upper traps through doing wide grip barbell shrugs. Lateral delts. So the lateral delts are the side of your shoulder. Here. Training these really gives a huge separation between your shoulder and your arm and makes you look, god damn, bro. See that shit, boys? Massive, mate. Your lateral delts start making you look a little bit unnatural in a very good way. And you train your lateral delts through doing light dumbbell lateral raises. Upper chest. The upper chest is the Arnold muscle, and to grow the upper chest, we're going to do incline press movements, but we're going to set the bench to a 45-degree angle because that's the angle, that's the bench incline that maximizes the upper chest growth the most. Lats. You know what's interesting? Everyone says that men with broad shoulders look attractive and masculine. It's not even true. There's no such thing as broad shoulders. It's a broad back that causes the look of the broad shoulder. Your lats literally give you the V-taper, the upside down Dorito look. You can hit your lats with many different exercises. My favorite is the gymnastic rings front lever. And finally, abs. Let's pause.
Everyone has abs. You just have to lose the fat, right?
No. Obviously not. Look at these marathon runners, they're not fat. Do you think these guys have solid, chiseled, 6-pack abs? Obviously not. Any person who has told you that everyone has abs, you just have to lose fat, is a total idiot. Abs, get this, are a muscle. And just like all of the other muscles, we have to train them. The king of the ab exercises is the lying leg raise. That was the list of the 6 aesthetic muscles, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't train the rest of your body. People in my last video were like, oh my god, but what about legs? What about, shut up, bro.
Train the rest of your body too. We're just going to prioritize on the 6 muscles that give us the V taper. You should still be training the other areas of your body. For example, the glutes are kind of like the shoulders of the leg. The glutes create the separation and they avoid that skinny leg look. If you're going to train your legs, make sure you train your glutes. The glutes are actually more important than quads and hamstrings. So now you know what exercises to do, how to grow these muscles, and you're probably wondering, okay, how do we realistically put this into a workout routine? Well, I've already done the work for you. If you scroll down to the description right now, click on the top link, enter your email, I will personally send you 7 workout routines that have already got all of this optimized for you. You get the email from me, you click on the workout routines, and they literally open up on your phone and you can track them like that. Go to the link in the description right now, click on that. Let's talk about diet, specifically getting lean. Now I'm going to give you a disclaimer here. I don't give average advice. If you're expecting me to sit here and tell you about calories in, calories out, you can go click to a basic fitness YouTuber. We don't do that on my channel. Pay attention. I'm going to give you some life-changing knowledge about your diet, which no one else has told you. The number one reason why you are not currently lean is because of your mental health. Most people don't even know that they've had depression or anxiety for years. They've just suffered without knowing. Here is your chance to know. The second link in the description, if you go to it, it is the UK's National Health Service. You can do a mental health test. You can find out where you score with depression or anxiety. Go do this right now and it will literally change your life. By now, you should have those scores. Go down to the description right now and comment what your scores are. I know that my boys who watch all my videos, who support me, will come in, they will personally reply to you and give you advice on how to ease your depression and your anxiety. You improve your mental health and you automatically get lean. Stop thinking about calories. It's literally your mental health that causes you to overeat. There is one more reason as well, but it's mostly your mental health. Improve your mental health and you automatically start getting lean. I've had visible abs for more than an entire year straight. And it hasn't even been difficult because my mental health is good now. For 5-6 years of my training, I would get abs for literally 2 to 3 to 4 weeks and I'd start binge eating junk food again. There is a phenomenon that I call the anxiety bulk. And this is where people with anxiety will purposely overeat, not for any kind of fitness goal, but specifically for the one thought in mind that if they get bigger, less people will mess with them. And I know that you've probably had this thought too. You've probably thought, okay, I'm going to get massive and no one will bully me. No one will say shit to me. You're not doing it for some kind of fitness goal. That's anxiety. Take that mental health test and comment your scores below right now. The second reason why you struggle to get lean is because of sugar. Sugar is a drug and you are a crackhead. Here's the thing, we like to enjoy drugs. And I always suggest to do them about once per month. So once a month, go meet a girl from Tinder and go have some ice cream or some cake with her. Every now and then, every couple of weeks, every month or so, go meet another girl and take her out for cocktails. And obviously the cocktails have got alcohol and quite a lot of sugar in them. That's fine. That's a treat. But every day, if you're watching YouTube videos whilst you're eating dessert, whilst you're eating junk food, you're a crackhead. Let's now talk about calories in versus calories out, the biggest lie of the fitness industry. These pricks, these YouTubers who've told you that all calories are the same, they're lying to you. Why? Because it sells. It's like fat positivity. You tell people with addictions what they want to hear so that they support you. All calories are not the same because the calories that you get from junk food turn you into a little bitch. Let's give you an example. You have 300 calories left for the day and you have the choice between a plate of vegetables like potatoes or a chocolate donut. These dumbasses on YouTube, all of the fitness YouTubers will lie to you and say that, oh, it's 300 calories, it's the same thing. And since it's the same thing, you may as well eat the chocolate donut so you can indulge in the instant gratification. They are not the same. You eat the plate of vegetables, tomorrow your workout is going to be better. That means you're going to burn more calories in that workout, your strength is going to go up, and when your strength goes up in the gym, you also gain more muscle. The chocolate donut is going to give you instant gratification for a few seconds whilst it's on your tongue, and that's it. That's the positives of it disappeared. The same 300 calories, but you will build more muscle and lose more fat if you eat the vegetables compared to the chocolate donuts. But these YouTubers won't tell you that because it sells, because these guys are addicted themselves. Why do you think almost every fitness YouTuber does a 10,000 calorie challenge? Because they are binge eaters too. They've got the worst mental health out of everyone. And worst of all, they're trying to convince you to be like them. So I don't watch fitness YouTubers anymore. You want me to summarize this video in one sentence? You want to build a body that 1% of people have, but you also want to remain healthy. You can't follow the advice of 99% of people. If I already have your dream body and you feel like you can trust me and you want to take my advice, then welcome to the cult. My name is Hamza Ahmed. I help young men improve themselves. Scroll down right now, click on the subscribe and the post notification button, and it's a win-win for both of us. You want to build this dream body, there's two things you can do. You can go to the first link in the description and get the workout routines, or if you're willing to invest to save time and to speed up your body transformation, the third link in the description is my full aesthetic body course. I've put everything, all the important bits of knowledge into one place for you. I've made this course to save you about 2 years of your time in building your dream body. I really think you should go to the third link in the description right now, click on that link, and you can just see what I have to offer. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.